Baby, what's in there wine? I feel sexy as fuck. I see why y'all like wine.
Welcome to Party in the Chat, where the wine is smooth, the vibes are grown, and the chat is always hot. Tonight's pour is a bold Cabernet Sauvignon, rich, classy, and just a little dangerous. So dim the lights, grab your cocktails and your mocktails and settle in, baby, because the party officially starts now.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You heard to Latrice. The party officially starts tonight, and tonight's drink of the night for Party in the Chat is a bold and dangerous, according to Toot Latrice, Cabernet Sauvignon. And I got my glass, and I hope you do too. Y'all give it up for Toot Latrice. Didn't she do a hell of a job for that intro? Girl. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Welcome to Party in the Chat. I don't think anybody's new here, but I just have to say welcome just in case. And let me run that back because listen, in case you missed the drink of the evening, we are sipping on red wine. What is your drink? What are you sipping on?
Welcome to Party in the Chat, where the wine is smooth, the vibes are grown, and the chat is always hot. Tonight's pour is a bold Cabernet Sauvignon, rich, classy, and just a little dangerous. So dim the lights, grab your cocktails and your mocktails and settle in, baby, because the party officially starts now.
Yes, indeed. And we are talking all things The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17, episode 7. Baby, we gotta give them something to talk about. Y'all have been in my inbox. Queen. Coco Lee said, girl, what time you going live? So I can get on down yonder and come on down to the palace. I said, girl, I'm coming. I had to figure out what type of Cabernet you gonna have. So I got me a real good, nice Cabernet, y'all. I'm not gonna even tell you the name of it because from here on out, y'all need to start tagging these companies and say, listen, Queen Sheba has a party in the chat every Monday night, and you just may want to send her a sample to advertise or promo your red wine, your vodka, because she does a great job. Listen, I'm so ready. I am so ready. But before we jump in, y'all, listen, when I tell you I got a call today, I got a communication today that it lit my soul on fire. And the only thing I can say without disclosing too much is your time is your time. What's for you, baby, is for you. And can't nobody stop what's for you. Here's the problem. You can't rush it. You just got to sit back, cheer everybody else, be willing to cheer everybody else on while they are winning and just wait for your damn time. And I promise you it will come. But if you got a little bit of haterade in your body, K. Michelle, if you can't stand to see other women prospering, other men prospering, other people getting promoted, it's not going to work for you. So today has been a good day. And baby, I took them oxtails that I cooked yesterday and I put them bad boys in the oven. I put them on 250, y'all, in a good old Dutch oven. I let them warm up. Ooh, honey, I got that rice. I had to spend a block on that rice that made that last Sunday. That cilantro and green onion rice. Ooh wee! I am fat, full, and fluffy. And when I tell you I am ready to give it a go, I am ready to give it a go. Yes. So let me just start off by saying I was gagged by this episode. This episode pissed me off. It pissed me off. Y'all almost didn't get party in the chat. I'm not gonna lie. Cause see, I don't like my nerves to be that bad. I don't like grown folks to play with me. I don't like people that can't handle their scandals or handle what they pray for. And K Michelle, you doing a lot of talking with little to no receipts. You doing a lot of finger pointing. It's given you need a little bit of support. And I say, well, how do I really want to come in and tackle this conversation? Because I do find myself asking, is she well? I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm like, is this girl okay? K Michelle, you are batshit crazy. You are like, I ain't gonna lie, I was scared. I would be scared to film with you. And not because I think you would beat me up or anything, but I don't too much mess with crazy. I don't.
I don't care. I don't care. I said what I said. I meant what I said.
It's given you not ready for this. Bravo, get her off. You don't even have to finish her season or her contract to me. I feel like K Michelle may be a danger to herself in a weird ass way. I don't like it. Oh, you up to date. Mr. Calbone said I'm up to date. He watched today. Okay. It's something I don't even know how to say it without sounding shady. Well, hell, I guess I am. Fuck it. Are you okay? Are you okay? And I mean that. I mean that from the bottom of my heart because it ain't nothing like a wet blanket. I don't like what these newbies are trying to do to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't like all that messy. There are some women that just put a damper in things. I don't like the attitudes. It's just not, it doesn't have that housewife feel. Everybody goes through it, everybody gets shaded, but they come and what Kelly, Shamia, and K Michelle is bringing is a toxic workplace. Have you ever worked with somebody and you're like, damn, when they walk in the room, everybody quit talking, everybody quit laughing, the fun ends. Like they are a complete buzz kill. They kill the damn buzz in the office. You be like, this bitch right here. Here we go. Here we go. One of them. They thrive on misery. They love company. The conversation could be going in a positive. They gonna make sure we kill that noise. And Shamia made sure to do that every time they were laughing and giggling and talking. Okay, Michelle, how you feel? What are you thinking? You're so quiet, and you like, damn. I guess we can't laugh today. I guess we can't laugh today. I guess we can't tear into each other today. Give a good old nasty read and then get back on track. K Michelle is toxic. Shamia is toxic. I at first I had looped them all together. It was Pinky. I said Pinky, Kelly, Shamia, K Michelle. It's K Michelle and Shamia. Their attitudes are horrible. I don't like all that nasty attitude on the Real Housewives. I like when they give a good fight and they move the hell on. Whether it's the white girls or the black girls, whether it's RHOA, Potomac, Orange County, Rhode Island, New York, Beverly Hills, OC, K Michelle is not a good fit for the show. I said what the hell I said. Shamia damn show ain't a good fit for the show. I said what the hell I said. Baby, you can't bank your career on the housewives off of being a good friend. You got to have star power with or without a good friend. You got to be able to go up and dunk on them hoes, whether they're your friends or not. You don't have that capability. I just think it's horrible. I almost turned off the television. I did. I almost turned off the television because I can't. And I found myself getting worked up. And I said, girl, it's just a show. I said, no, it ain't. Because K Michelle over there with her damn Twitter fingers saying stuff that she should have said on camera. And Bravo, here's another thing. The reason why I say it's time for her to go, because K Michelle did an interview with Jason Lee, right? A couple of months ago, We got more out of that Jason Lee interview than we've gotten all season, and we're already 7 episodes in. So when you talk now, Andy, you fired Robin Dixon for holding back. And this is why I say Kim Michelle is not a good fit, because she switched men right before her premiere. I don't know if y'all know, but K. Michelle was supposed to marry another man. That's an NBA, ex-NBA player and an NBA coach. I did my darndest to go down the rabbit hole and Google who's an NBA coach that used to be an NBA player that's single. And it's nobody. I can't find him. And I know we said names and names, but he was on Bravo, whatever they were doing. And then at the last minute, K. Michelle, according to her own admission, forced her husband now to marry her. And she switched men on her way to film. Walked in the room, had her husband wait behind a wall, came in and say, I brought my husband with me. I got married and whipped out a new man, which is now her husband. So K. Michelle has been married maybe 6 months, if that. So bravo for her to hide that from you and you not get that on camera. She needs to go. For her to opt in and out when she wants to film versus when she doesn't wants to film, it's time for her to go. For her to throw a fucking temper tantrum over having a glam squad, and now that I see that your face is flawless without makeup, it's time for her to go because her skin is beautiful. It's time for her to go. For her to try to strong arm conversations and it's just time for her to go. She has blocked major components of production. We need it all. And we don't need her trying to bully somebody else for giving it all. We don't need her, Shamia and Kelly tag teaming, coming in, trying to disrupt and or sabotage production. And that's what they did. And they've been doing it on Cynthia's trip. And I'm going to say this. Cynthia deserves better. Cynthia didn't deserve what they did to her. That was a lot of money spent. And if you understand anything about reality television, y'all, they don't pay for everything. Let's get that straight right now. They don't pay for everything. They'll give you a small budget and you better try to get in where you fit in. You may get 2, 3, 4. I know Love and Marriage Huntsville maybe like $1,800, $2,000. So Bravo may do 10. I'm sure $10 to Cynthia was like a 6-piece Wingstop combo. She made sure from start to finish that these women flew private jet. They had 25 acres on the dresser. Yes, sir. 25 acres, 3 houses to choose from. A gala. Drip, drip, drip. What it do, baby? It's the Iceman Paul Wall. I mean, diamonds in my grill, diamonds around my neck, all of that. And these bitches couldn't find their manners. And we're not talking about the ones that are used to it. We're talking about the newbies, the like your grandma say, the ones that ain't never been nowhere, ain't never had shit. I don't give a damn. Police escorts, come on, help me out. Police escorts flew in men carrying briefcase with millions of dollars of jewelry, walking in restaurants, talking about get what you want. When was the last time you been out with a black person and said get what you want? You niggas fight over the bill and I only had a cup of water. Get what you want. Chef. Kelly complained about the chef cooking in the house. When the hell they supposed to cook in the woods? Chefs cook food in the house. It was crazy. I've never seen a level of ungratefulness in my life. And let's not act like this is the lifestyle that you become accustomed to, Kelly. I ain't never seen nothing like it before in my life. Cynthia deserves better. I would have took all them with me. I would have took the main house with me. And the rest of them, you got to get in where you fit in. You could have met us there. But this was probably or could have been one of the best trips in the history of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't like how they crapped all over it. And you know, there's a saying where you say you don't give pearls to pigs for they may trample over it. It was horrible. I don't like bitches with nasty attitudes. I don't. Now that's when you get a different side of me. That's when you gonna get a different side of Queen Sheba. I don't like bitches with bad attitudes because we all can have a bad attitude. But if you know, you know, you straighten up and you be on your best behavior when we're at a nice event. Kelly, Shamia, Pinky, K Michelle are bitches with nasty attitudes. Get them out of here, Bravo. Your responsibility to us is to give us a damn good show. And I don't mind the attitude if you show up to work right and then you bounce back and then look, you come out of character, then you get back in character and you can kiki ha ha. But they could not recover. And that was horrible. They could not recover. And every time one would recover, it's almost like subconsciously the other one would nudge the other one to remind them, no, we're not going to be nice. We're going to tear this up. And I think I got it now. I don't know if I can continue to watch this show because I be up in there feeling like I'm all up in there. Now, Andy, I'm going to say this. I'm going to make a public plea to you. You ain't even got to pay me. Bring me in to help just for the next round. If you're going to bring new women on the show of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, bring me in. Just let me sit in. Let me listen. I know you think I'm not experienced, but listen, I'm telling you, I'm going to help you out because y'all have gotten it wrong the past 3, 4, 5 years. It's horrible. But I think I got it now as it relates to K Michelle. K Michelle, what I was able to come up with, I said, you know what? K Michelle came on the show thinking that she was going to be the breakout star based on her career and her ability to sing. Follow me. This is what I came up with. I said, but the Real Housewives isn't based off of merit. Ask any of the other fallen wives who've come on the show with expansive resumes and pompous attitudes. We had, what's her name? Ronnie DeVoe's wife. She can sing. Shamari. We got a lot of them that were talented. Unfortunately, they didn't make the cut. Ask any of them. The show is not based on merit. It's based on aesthetics and your ability to be witty in real time. It's based on the ability to perform under pressure. It's not a fucking talent show, K Michelle. You can't sing your way to stardom. And I think she's confusing the two. I really do. I think she's confusing the two. I think she sat down, you know, when they say she got in the DMs of Andy, and she thought, I'm K Michelle. I'm bursting at the seams when it comes to my vocal ability. See, I think you had the wrong agenda. I think you looked at Drew and you looked at Shamia, and in your head you calculated, I'm better than both of them hoes. I can now sing both of them. Because that's how you came on the premiere episode, talking about their lack of ability to be able to sing. So I peeped game there and I said, okay, where's she going with this? Because it ain't like each of you get 15, 30 minutes of a dedicated segment to sing. So she came in attacking their singing ability. Go back and rewind the tapes at Porsha's party when she was talking about their vocals compared to her and how she's never been in an ensemble, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but we overlooked that because we thought you were giving it, and for sure, God damn it, you can take it. See, nobody knew that you would crumble under pressure when they ain't even touched you yet. If the truth be told, they haven't even hazed you yet. They just kind of looking your way. The little tiny bit of shade is a blessing. Am I lying? The little bit of what you getting from them is a blessing. But I think she looked at it as a competitive platform. And she thought, I'm K Michelle. I can sing these hoes down. They can't touch me. I just became official. I forced this man to marry me. I'm a wife. Drew has Ralph in the basement. Portia's a whore. Shamia can't sing. Phaedra phony. Angela husband don't want her. Oh, she calculated all. Pinky bald headed. Oh, she ran it down and she talked herself up and she got into Andy's DM and said, I am the real housewife of Atlanta. I am the blueprint. And she talked that shit like Britt Eady talked that shit for season 16. You remember when Britt Eady, they told after she left now, they said Britt Eady told them, I can take out Kenya Moore. I can make her my huckleberry. And they said, what? For sure? For sure. Put me on. I'm ready to play. I'll take Kenya Moore down. Epic fail. Kenya took herself down. And I think K. Michelle came in with the same attitude. And you effed around and you found out that this is not a freaking talent show. You're not going to be able to sing your way through. You're not going to be able to shit on these girls by talking about synthetic hair, her man in the basement. And I like how Drew put you in your place when Drew said, but that's my real life. But that's my real life. Love it or hate it. That's my real life. I got a nigga in the basement. Okay, now what? Let's move on. That's my real life. So the girls, I was thinking, so I said, I know why she's confusing it because she's coming over from Love and Hip Hop and she hasn't really gotten out of that Love and Hip Hop ass mentality. Because people, what I'm about to say, the girls on Love and Hip Hop use that platform to catapult their careers. Think about it. We talking Bambi, Rashida, Cardi B, Mariah Lynn, and the list goes on and on and on and on. That's not the case in point here, K. Michelle, on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So you are coming up short, Sweet Pea. It's an epic fail because your performance that's required to be a star is not up to par. Oh, are y'all following me? And you're taking digs at the women because you feel like you're above them because your singing merits to you are greater than what they have to offer. And Pinky does and did the same thing, but she got her ass handed to her by Angela. So she's piped down on that. I'm above them. She not even in my tax bracket. She learned real quick. That's not going to get you too far over here. Pinky tried it. Kelly did the same in her conversation last week's episode when she and Pinky were in the house talking about, well, these girls don't have nothing. They ain't got nothing to offer. They don't do shit. And women like us that have had husbands and children, our lives are just so wonderful. Girl, shut the fuck up. Because listen, I can't stand women like that. Because if you were so good, why you trying to play in my playground? If you so above, why you reaching low? You see what I'm saying? Because if you better, you do better. There's no way if you're better, you want to be over here. So quit playing with me and quit playing in their faces. And Porsha read your ass for filth. Thank you, Porsha. Porsha showed up and showed the hell out on social media. See, the girls were trying to play nice with the newbies. They're trying not to be overly aggressive because a lot of them have gotten their hands spanked by Bravo for going all the way and standing on business. So they know Porsha was really trying to play it safe. Kenya Moore would have read K. Michelle for filth. She would have read your ass all the way into the crazy house and then laughed in your face and dared you to get your ass up off that couch and put a finger on her so she could get you fired. Girl, you are not ready. You are not ready at all. And let me go back. None of them are ready. Kelly's not ready. Shamia's not ready. Pinky's not ready. And K. Michelle's not ready. Think about a couple of weeks ago on Watch What Happens Live. Kelly did the same shit, and Andy Cohen had to put her in her place when she started to shit talk the other ladies, some of his favorites. See, you don't understand how the game works over here. It's seniority rules. See, and Kelly sat on that sofa And when Andy asked her something about what she thinks about the other lady, she hinted at, do they work? And basically he was like, really? We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. And I know why Andy did it, if you ask me. I said, Andy's smart because he knows your pay compared to theirs. He knows your pay compared to theirs. He's not going to let you come up in here and act like these girls ain't pulling in $250,000, $500,000. Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about it. I want to take a look. So Andy shut that shit down real quick like he's supposed to. And one thing I like about him that he does a good job of, he gonna stand in the gap for his girls, the ones that he likes. This may be the clip. Let's take a look, y'all. Let me know when you can see my screen.
Your reaction when Drew said she loved black tonight?
Shocked.
That was wild, right?
I mean,
I can't figure that out.
I don't think any of us can. Love is a very strong word. I'm like, how do you?
Right.
He's a friend, and then he's not important, and then you go from, I actually love it. I'm like, oh wow.
What was your reaction to Kay saying tonight that she had no idea that Phaedra Parks was a
nice person.
household white lady name?
Good. Now that laugh was too damn long.
Well, let me tell you something. Phaedra Parks is most definitely a white household name.
Yes.
I think she does very well with the white Southern women. I think she has a great time with them.
They said, Andy, look, everybody was like, y'all have to watch what happens. Watch what happens live. Oh, you should see the comments, honey. They're like, Andy does not like her. First of all, girl, why are you coming with your nipples out? Listen.
I mean, I've witnessed it myself.
Your reaction when Drew said,
I mean, your areolas. Why are you coming with your areolas out? How come you didn't cover yourself up? But let's continue. Andy, we got to get rid of these girls. It's starting to feel like a Players Club. It's starting to feel like Love and Hip Hop. It's losing that it's just that smoothness, like a good old Tennessee whiskey. Hold on.
first of all, this is my first time introducing you as Kelly Potter.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How does it feel? Does that make you feel strong and empowered to be back to your...
It does. It's very liberating.
Yes.
It really is.
I'm happy for that. Now that you're liberated, would you care to apologize in this public forum for dragging Cynthia about your accommodations for so long?
Well, Cynthia is my Pisces sister.
Okay.
She definitely tried to make things right.
She sure did.
As she could.
Yes.
And yes, so let me give Cynthia my public, messiest, dirtiest apology.
Okay. Well, I mean, it doesn't need to be messy or
okay.
Yes. Okay. Now
Cynthia, thank you.
Yes. First of all, this is my first time introducing you as Kelly Potter.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How does it...
Y'all couldn't hear it? Child, y'all got it. I can't go back. I was just talking. I love how he kind of re-steered her in the right direction. As I said, I can't find the one where he talks about paying her, right? When she hinted or made it seem like the ladies are talent, they don't have anything to offer to the show. I'm going to try to find that clip. But I liked how he got in there because I think Andy is a very smart guy. And I don't think he was comfortable with her attempting to run the narrative that these women are just do nothing ass bitches because he pays them very well. And to insinuate they have nothing, that they don't make any money, they're not talented. Hold on. he wasn't willing to let her run with that narrative, right? Number one, because they're paid very well. And number two, they would have to bring something to the show to be able to have a run this long. So if I can find that clip and I'm looking for it, I like how Andy got in there and redirected her ass when she tried to talk about how the other ladies didn't have anything to offer. And he's like, no, we're not going to do that. And typically, Andy stays out of it, kind of, when they're on Watch What Happens. Oh, it's a little bit of static. What about now? What about now, too? Let's do a mic check. Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right, hold on. Let's do mic check 1, 2, 3. Mic check 1, 2, 3. Well, let me go ahead and breeze through it. If I'm getting a little bit of a static, let me get back, child. Let me get back up to par. So, anywho, what I was saying is when it comes to Kelly, Shamia, Pinky, and K Michelle, listen, K Michelle underestimated what it takes to be on a show like this. Initially, from episode 2, she would run to Twitter and call Porsha a bimbo. Never said it to her. Porsha has apologized to you since episode 2. And they continue to move the goalposts and look for a problem to try to come at these women. I feel like Porsha is being completely genuine with you. I really do. And I can't really tell you how many times I've said that about Porsha Williams. I can't, because Portia's full of shit most days. Porsha, look, a lie don't care who tell it when it comes to Porsha most days. But Porsha really did her best to show up for K Michelle. And girl, you thought this was a talent show and you are getting your ass handed to you. Bravo, this isn't good. And I feel like Bravo is going to have to make some adjustments quickly, or these bad apples are going to bring the vibe of the show down and turn it into something that is really not supposed to be. This is not for K Michelle. Now, Bravo, you don't have to carry out her contract. You can just pay her up and show her the door. Why do we need to see it play out if she's not able to kind of reel herself in? I don't want to watch it go off the cliff. I don't. I feel like the ladies in the past have worked too hard to hand it over to the likes of K Michelle, Shamia, Pinky, and Kelly to throw the shit away. We know they're having some casting problems, but it's not going down like that, if you ask me as a viewer. And if you want my feedback. Coco Lee said, I think he respected Cynthia's extra effort. Cynthia went for that trip. Cynthia wins for that trip, especially with the Adrian Malouf. Listen, y'all, this is probably one of the most exquisite collaborations in the history of Black women coming out with the project. The crossover appeal is there. It's undeniable. Cynthia Bailey is that girl, period. You, every now and then, we be like, come on, Cynthia, what are you doing? But as far as opening doors, this is what the Real Housewives is about. If you go back to day one and think about what Nene and everybody did, if it weren't for them, you wouldn't be here. So what Cynthia is doing and the way she's a living example, a real life representation of crossover appeal, a little bit of ratchetness, 50 Cent with a little bit of Cynthia Bailey, that's the right recipe for success. Andy, bravo, you're going to have to do a better job of protecting these women. You slept on 50 Cent. Go ahead and reincorporate her as full time, because she gathered these hoes. She did this episode and last, gathered them in the most beautiful way. And you know what I like about how she did it? She didn't allow it to linger. Most of us ain't that damn skilled yet. Most of us, you come over there trying to ruin my party, girl, ruin my gala, telling me something about a comforter with a little bit of stain. Girl, we would have read you for filth and I still would have been mad 3 months later. She handled it. She asked them to back off, took them to dinner. Cynthia is reality gold. I wish I had those traits. I'm working on it, shit. I'm working on it. I am.
Bro, I don't want to talk about it. you just said I'm gonna talk about kill it. I get angry. Bro, I don't want to.
And that's why I say, don't be getting rid of the older women. Hell, we need them on the show. We need the 50s and the 60s, the Vanderpumps, the Baileys, the Hugers. Oh, baby, they're everything. You cannot allow them to become extinct because these young, listen, these city girls, no. I don't want to watch Shamia twerking and showing her ass, calling a meeting at the conference table with a damn thong all up your ass. I don't want to see all that. There is no way we can take you serious. But Bravo, please make adjustments in real time very quickly because this isn't for K. Michelle. I believe her mental state seems to be fragile and her conflict resolution skills is nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. You hear me? And she's pompous and mean. She's mean. I don't mind some shade. I don't mind black girls getting in the paint for 3 seconds. But she too damn mean for the show. Now, Kelly, for some reason, Kelly, I'm going to say this to you. You tricky. You tricky, Virgo. I believe Porsha both ways. I believe Porsha both ways. You seem a little freaky. And Britt Edie said you was freaky. So your homegirl from last season said you was freaky. She said you was a freak. She said hoes do hoe shit. I believe Porsha. But Porsha is the type where you can say she's lying, and nobody believes Porsha. I believe Porsha. I think you did want. I think you was drunk and you wanted something with Porsha. I'm going to get to all of that. I think you did mess with a married man at the BET Awards. I think you did everything Porsha said you did because it's too detailed. Porsha followed up. Not only did you meet that man on the plane. See, I know what goes on in first class. I fly first class all the time. Y'all, come on to the front. Y'all know what goes on in first class, or do you not?
Ever diagnosed with any type
Hold
of...
on. Do you... Oh, you get on, you pick your flight. They give you hot nuts. Literally. You can drink all the champagne, wine, vodka tonics, gin tonics, screwdrivers, Bloody Marys, tequila sunrise that you want from start to finish. Now, if you're flying from Atlanta to Los Angeles, we talking about 3-4 hours. Having a drink in the air is completely different than having a drink on the ground. Oh, baby, you was feeling loosey-goosey. That gin had you wanting to sin. That goose had you loose. You was ready. You was talking about some stuff. And they put you next to that man on that flight. He's single. He looking good, smelling good. Married man, well-groomed. Wife got him fed. Nigga's nails is clean, smelling good. But you don't realize all of this is because he's married. You feeling good, looking good, ready to go to the BET Awards. Y'all drinking and laughing and cackling and smiling and eating hot nuts and shit and cheese and got the talking. I know how it works. See, I used to be a flight attendant for 12 years. I flew international all across the country. I've watched you hoes sit in first class and walk off holding hands with Mr. So-and-so. So I believe, Porsha, I believe you went to that hotel. I believe he got you an Uber Black. I believe y'all walked up into the Beverly Hills Hotel and finished it off with a dirty martini and made it do what it do. Oh, I think y'all had a hell of a time. I really do. I really do. I believe everything Porsha said.
You all should be ashamed. How can you drink right after a funeral? Like this? Give me another one, then, Brady. Fred Sanford, you just left the house of the Lord, and now I'm in my house.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. I know you. I know. If you really, really want it, all you gotta do is get up on it. You said the time has come for us, ooh, baby, to get real busy, baby. Let me tell you something. Have a couple of drinks on the airplane. That's why y'all be going to jail, because you don't realize that it's there. Oh, I was up there fighting. Yes, they hog-tied your ass and carried you up out of here. I hit the fighters. Girl, knocked her smooth out. Girl, why you didn't stop me? I only had 2 glasses of wine. 1 drink in the air is like 2 on the ground. Oh, you was feeling really good. I believe you did everything Porsha said you did. I think you a little freaky something, 4 foot, whatever you are. And I think you go both ways. I think you wanted Porsha, because everybody know Porsha is very liberal when it comes to her sexuality. Porsha ain't got no reason to lie. She was too detailed. She said she took a whole bath. Y'all was in between. You know how they listen. They were operating like they in college. They said we was out over here, child. Then we ran back to the hotel. But see, Portia's smart. She said, so I did the crouching tiger and I took a quick whole bath before we hit the streets again. See, now that's somebody that ain't got nothing to lose and everything to gain. That's somebody that understands the assignment. Porsha ain't trying to keep up no image, but you will be the one that's more likely to keep up an image. I think you wanted to try Porsha. I think you tried the married man. Now I'm not letting him off the hook. But I do, because I'm going to say that. The crazy part is that married man knew he was married. But I do believe you had a good old time with that married man. Now I want to know who it is, because Favor says she know. I do have a question though. Let me ask this. Is it a new thing for the women to be low-key doing the girl-on-girl action? Now, I keep saying this. There was a producer, former producer of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, black guy. He said Beverly Hills. He said, listen, they've been doing it. Oh, they get real freaky. And we encourage it. Because what is really going on, y'all? And Shamia, why are you at the center of everything? And you seem to be on site when everything happens. Why are you like an emergency response team? Oh, Shamia was there. Shamia. I'm like, what the hell is Shamia doing here? Shamia is married. Why is Shamia outside with the hoes? Why was Shamia watching Porsha clean her taco? Wait a minute. What? Hold on now. Because Mr. Gerald don't seem like he played that. Coco Lee said Porsha seems committed to being authentic and honest as possible this season. So she doesn't have to worry about self-sabotage, playing tricks with lies and schemes. She don't. Porsha is living La Vida Loca. Porsha is single and mingling. So she ain't got no, that's why she said, I was cleaning my cat. I ain't take a full bath because I ain't had no time. I was doing that quick 1-2, a car wash bath, a whole bath. Quick 1-2, 1-2, because we about to go back and hit the streets. Why would she lie? She said, and Kelly got to look at that cat and damn near lost her mind and said, I want some of that. What? She said, Kelly said, I want some of that. She said, I heard you. You didn't say it to me. You told Shamia. Now, Shamia, why you always eyewitness? Why you always eyewitness?
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Why you always right there? I'm with them, golly. So you heard it, but you lied. Because you don't want Mr. Gerald to know you out here looking at Beady Beady Bombas. You don't want Mr. Gerald to know you out here looking at Beady Beady Bombas. And when are you home with your family, Shamia? Now, I expect Porsha to be out. I expect Kelly to be out. I expect Drew to somewhat be out because Ralph is in the basement. Ralph don't want Drew. Never did. And that's not a slight to Drew. Drew is beautiful. She's probably the most beautiful one on the show to me. And I'm going to put Porsha second. I'm going to go ahead and line up Angela third and so on and so forth. Drew is stunning. But Ralph he's Ralphie. So I expect Drew to be outside somewhat, but not fully committed until she gets a divorce. I expect Phaedra to be out. Phaedra out there getting her kitty cat taken care of by Chet or whatever his name is. Hell, even Cynthia outside. Everybody's outside, but Shamia, you doing everything and everybody except being married and being a housewife. And my question is why? That's all I'm saying. So they start the episode off, y'all, with Kelly and Porsha. They done reading each other for filth. They talk about the rose. So they done read each other for filth and talked about each other's vagina and who's sleeping with who's the biggest hoe and all of that, right? But both of them are single. They can do whatever the hell they want. Then they transition to the rose. The rose, I guess, is a what is it called? A vibrator. Okay. And they talk about how long they can go with the rose. And they had a fight. They're transitioning like we like to see them transition. All right. They're having a good time. That didn't seem to sit right with K. Michelle, old miserable behind, because she took up issue with them moving forward, which tells me bravo again, she's not ready for the show. Because the well-being of the show is what the girls have to prioritize. K. Michelle questions the authenticity of the girls moving on to the next conversation. It make her uncomfortable. Well, ma'am, let me tell you something. Why are you here? I'm going to keep asking you that tonight. Why are you here? Seriously. Because I kind of feel like you have this underlying agenda to navigate the show in a different direction than what we are accustomed to. Or I kind of feel like you're trying to completely sabotage it. Because listen, you signed up for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You knew damn well this was not a gospel show. This was not a Christian network. So what the hell you mean? You guys are just ripping each other apart, ma'am. And then you're moving on, ma'am. They can't stay stuck and drag out the same storyline over and over because, number one, the viewers are going to hold them responsible. And the only folks that don't seem to be able to get that in real time are you, Pinky, Shamia, and Kelly. K. Michelle, in that moment, I say you a buzzkill because y'all still talking about the same shit and y'all tried to ruin the episode or the party about the rooms. When that didn't happen, it was the glam. That didn't happen. Now they're fake. So they head to this place called Bar Eden. I'm going to go to Dallas, baby. I'm going to go to Dallas in 2 weeks. Actually, speaking of Dallas, hold on.
Breaking news. Independent Media Matters and Queen Sheba is preparing for live coverage of the Carmelo Anthony trial, bringing real-time commentary, courtroom updates, and exclusive reporting directly to the people. To support travel and reporting expenses, donations can be sent to CashApp, $QueenShibaBiz. Support independent media. Support Queen Sheba.
All right. Speaking of Dallas, baby, I done got my hit list. I said I'm going to Dallas. I'm finna try everything. I'm going to go to Bar Eden. I'm going to try them drinks. I'm going to get them oysters, and I'm going to see if they got an odor, since that's what caused the fallout. Now, Cynthia orders the oysters. I'm going to go down there. I'm going to go live, members only. I'm going to go live, and I'm going to smell the oyster. Because, child, the oysters are the vehicle that's going to get us to where we are towards the end of this episode. Because that's what K. Michelle is going to go off about later. The oysters. So Queen Sheba, in conjunction with covering the Carmelo Anthony trial, and make sure y'all donate to the cause, boarding, okay, courtroom seats, all of that. I'm gonna go down there now, and I'm gonna get a dozen of them. I'm not gonna get 4. I'm gonna get a dozen because I'm gonna smell each and every one of them in real time. We're gonna be live behind the wall, and I'm gonna let y'all know if K. Michelle made a big deal out of nothing. So Cynthia ordered the damn oysters. After a while, Cynthia noticed that Pinky never made it to the table. See, Bravo, that's what I'm talking about. Never made it to the table. So Cynthia gets up. Now, this is yet another dinner scene. Let me say it again. The girl never made it to the table. Cynthia goes to the bathroom to check on Pinky, and she drunk as a skunk. Drunk as a motherfucking skunk. How in the hell do you fumble the Real Housewives of Atlanta? She's in a bathroom puking her brains out. Bravo, they're not ready. Bravo, no. And again, I'm going to say it. Bravo, no. She's not ready. She doesn't understand how these things work. She's had too much tequila. She isn't able to work. So they, and when I'm talking about they, I'm talking about production. They have to capture her in the bathroom. So this is another dinner that's gone to hell because we have newbies that are not equipped for a full, real show. Baby, this ain't Maury Povich. This ain't Love and Hip Hop. These people invest millions of dollars. Let's go. Cynthia had to bring her ass some bread and a ginger ale, and then production had to order a private car. Did y'all peep that? They had to order a private car for Pinky so she can go back to the mansion because she wasn't feeling well. Bah humbug. I said bah humbug. Now, at one point, Cynthia comes back. Phaedra asks about Pinky. And then as Cynthia says, well, she's not feeling good. She's had too much tequila. We're going to have to try that tequila. I'm not even a tequila girl. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out a way to concoct a drink using your tequila, Cynthia. Because it must be damn good. If it had her, baby, listen. Oh, with a little bit of weed. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm going to try that damn tequila. And she said their number one market is Dallas, Texas. Oh, yeah. Let me see what it do. Anywho, they have to get her ass. Thank you, Lady RHOA. You said she's a liability. She is. Because those are valuable dollars that are going to waste. So Phaedra says, I think we should leave. Huh? Girl, I'm looking at your drink. You got a full glass of a lemon drop. And I'm glad Cynthia stepped in. She gained control and she said, no, we ain't going nowhere. She's still on the toilet. I love how Cynthia is able to boss hog and take back control. Because Phaedra, why you calling a shot? Talking about we need to go. It ain't your trip. You let Cynthia make that call and she made the call. This is her trip. And she understands as an OG that the show has to go on. We're not going to stop filming for no damn newbie that can't hold her alcohol. And plus the drinks are just get to the table, girl. We're about to have a time. So the appetizers come in. What the hell we leaving for? She don't like us anyway. That would have been my attitude. I wouldn't have said it, but that would have been my attitude. Shit, we got work to do. It's showtime. I'm gonna earn this $1 million. Oysters come. Here we go. Remember, this is the crux of the episode going south. The oysters come to the table. Drew says, be careful with the oysters. Now, here is why I say there's not a plot. Hold on. Phil, hear me out. That was a moment that was just rare. In order for it to have been a plot, they would have had to gather Cynthia Bailey and say, hey, can we take a look at the menu of Bar Eden? Do you mind ordering some oysters so that we can compare it to K. Michelle's stanky vagina and make fun of her? I just looked at the menu.
Bruh.
Y'all get what I'm saying? In order for this to have been a plot, Cynthia would have had to be willing to participate. They would have had to scour the menu, identify oysters. How can we tie oysters back to K. Michelle and say that it represents her vajayjay? It don't make sense. is disingenuous. It would not have come off right. And I don't believe Cynthia Bailey would have ever participated. So that's why I say you a damn lie. It was no damn plot. Cynthia wanted some oysters. They ordered them. Drew was like, let me tell you what I thought. I thought Drew says, watch the oysters because she know that y'all like licking on each other. And typically oysters are viewed as aphrodisiac. Said watch the oysters. I don't think she was talking about you, K. Michelle. I think she was talking about because you know how you hoes like to do. Y'all get freaky as hell. Porsha takes the oysters and say, let me check them for you. As if she's playing with vaginas. Because we know that's what she and Sway does, right? That's the way I'm seeing it. And then she said, oh, this one is good. This is a clean vagina. Or whatever she said. I don't think that was towards you. Now, I will say this. If there was anything slightly shady, you threw the first shade, K. Michelle, because when you thought Porsha was trying to sabotage you, and when you thought Porsha tried to insinuate a miscarriage, you in your confessional, what you said was this vagina is good. Ain't nothing. This vagina isn't broke. Insinuated that Porsha has had multiple miscarriages because her vagina was broke. So if Porsha did throw a little shade, so what? Good riddance. You drew first blood. Hold on. You said her vagina was broke. Y'all don't remember that? Y'all don't remember that? That's all I'm saying. That will probably be the most shade you got from Porsha. If that was the case. But the rest of it, where they had to reach back 8 years ago and find out who said what about how you smell, I don't think so. I don't. I don't, y'all. What do y'all's? Tell me what y'all think. Let me see what y'all are saying. Okay. K. Michelle is insecure and looking for moments to align with her past issues. She's too damn wishy-washy. Porsha wasn't nobody thinking about her. Now, I will say this though. When they got the oysters and they were playing with them, I think they was being freaky. I think it was a joke going wrong. I think them girls, you remember when they was in that hot tub in that pool last year, season 16? They were in Nashville where they went and they was naked and getting freaky, and Porsha, they was on that Hennessy, and Porsha was talking about what she would do to Charles Oakley. That's what type of time I think they were on. It was not specific to you. Now, K. Michelle, had you not shot daggers at Porsha, I would have never been able to tie this to you. I would have never been able to connect it to you in any way. I would not. But your reaction spoke volumes. And if it was a plot, it would have fallen flat had you held your composure. The way you looked, go back and rewind it. I was like, well, I ain't trying to be funny. Do you have a problem down there? Because your face, listen, vaginas are naturally musky. And let me put the right word in there because some of y'all don't know how to pronounce it. Musky, not musty, but musky. Okay. Vaginas have a natural odor that you don't want to get rid of, and it's actually a sign of a healthy vagina, if you understand how this works. But your face, I was like, oh my God, wait a minute. It was your face. It was nothing else. I wouldn't give a damn about what they say. Musky. Look at Cowbone over here practicing. Naturally musky, not musty. Take the T off. Okay. That's actually a sign of a healthy vagina. Not fishy, but musky. But girl, your face said it all. So even if they was trying to shade you, if you would have held your composure as a lady, it wouldn't have done shit. It wouldn't have done what they thought it was going to do at all. You using that today? You say, I'm using that today. What time is it? Where you at? Who you finna go use that on? So then they having a good time. They moved on. Shamia brought the damn mood down again. She asked Kay Michelle, how are you feeling? Kay said, now when you said that, Shamia, that felt like a setup to me. Because it feels like a forced conversation. It feels like you were there to rain on the parade. And right when they try to move on, you going to kill the mood, whether it's you or Kay Michelle. And that's the second time you've asked Kay Michelle within 20 minutes how she's feeling. Don't nobody give a damn how she feeling. Y'all got to make this money and shoot these scenes. And Kay Michelle, Pinky, and Kelly have continued to sabotage the vibe. Y'all, it's all about the vibe. And I don't think that's cool. I don't. So Kay Michelle pretty much accuses the girls of being fake. I was like, girl, bye, get the hell up out of here. Kay Michelle, she starts in, she want to start checking Drew over Black. Why are you so fucking concerned with Black when you are a married woman? Girl, you got the man that you've been chasing down for 10 years. I wouldn't give a damn about no Black. You got Yellow Boy. You got a Yellow Boy dentist that can pull some teeth, keep your teeth white, nice. Why the hell are you worried about Black? That tells me you are insecure or could have some insecurity issues all around the board. Why? You say Drew is sorry, she ain't got no money, she broke. Then why are you worried about Black? You say her man is in the basement. I get it. I get it. Why are you worried about Black? Now, here's the thing. Kay Michelle brought it to the television screen. We didn't know shit about her and Black knowing each other. She brought it to us. You thought it was going to be cute to one-up Drew to let her know that her man wanted you. Because you the one that said, oh, he been all in my DM and that shit fell flat. He may have been in your DM, but he was on Zoom with her for 3 hours. Now what? So you got your nigga, she got hers. Now what? And you thought she was going to crack, fumble, and fall. She kept a straight face and came back at your ass the 4th episode and said, oh, you're friends. Nothing but friends. And took you down to your core. Because now are you happy in your damn marriage? That's the first thing I thought about. You thought it was going to be real cute. You brought it to us. Drew did. And now you're trying to gaslight that girl to make it seem like she's aligning you with this man in an inappropriate way that would be disrespectful to your husband. And what really tripped me out is you kept saying, I'm a whole married woman. Well, shit, did you know you was a whole married woman when you brought it up? I'll wait. Did you know you was a whole married woman when you brought it up? When you tried to eat down? Embarrassed you. And I'm going to continue to say that Kay Michelle is not a good fit for this show because she has the need to try to control everything. She don't think anybody can say anything about her. To her, she's the only voice in the room. She's a solo artist and she's behaving as one. Did I lie? She's a solo artist and she is behaving as one. And this is not a solo show. You have to be able to work with everybody. They're not your crowd. Kay Michelle is used to performing on a stage and instructing the audience. You can't instruct these ladies. You can't say throw your hands in the air and wave them like you can't talk at them. They've been here. They done that. That's all I'm saying. I think you crazy. And I hate to say it, you batshit crazy. And now she want to clear the air and claim, I got a whole husband. I'm a whole married woman. Girl, shut your... Good. Welcome to the fucking club. Okay. That's it. The rest of us married women say give a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So at the end, I don't know what K Michelle was doing. That's why I say, are you okay? Because you have severe mood swings. You were just going off on Drew. But at the end of the dinner, she held Shamia back, had a sidebar conversation with Shamia about you need to behave and be nice to Drew. I was like, what am I missing? What am I missing? She said, you're worried too much about what Drew has going on. Play nice. Shamia says, oh, no, she coming at me. I'm going to come at her. And I said, girl, quit worried about Drew. Because when are you home with Gerald? Shamia felt like Drew was trying. Girl, Drew was not worried about you. Shamia said she should feel some kind of way. I know I would if my man was in your DMs. That's you. That's you. That's not Drew's man. Drew's still married. The reality Grizzly says she's so erratic. Like, girl, because she goes from one mood to the other, from crying to cursing your ass out to saying, leave her alone. I was like, I can't do this, Bravo. I can't. I just can't. Shamia made a comment that Drew said, that's not my man. I'm in a point where I can't really focus on making a man happy because I'm still married. Shamia whispered, so it only take 5 minutes to make a man happy. Well, how come you not making Gerald happy?
I don't care. I don't care. I said what I said. I meant what I said.
Shamia's messy. And then I said, Shamia is kind of a coward when I really think about it, because you use your friends to go at the other girls, and Kay caught it. Kay Michelle caught what Shamia was doing. Kay Michelle requires a lot of attention. She got it in that moment. And then Shamia kept stealing the attention from her, which is why I feel like you held her back, right? And it goes to show when the girl said, wait a minute, how does this become about you? Because Drew did clock your tea when she said, why you keep making everything about you? Now, I feel like this was a turning point for Shamia, because I think Shamia and Kelly tend to naturally operate out of strife, right? And K Michelle, after speaking her piece, was about to move forward with the ladies. I think Shamia got scared. I don't think she wanted K Michelle to become friends with the ladies, because like Cynthia said, what it comes down to is you mad because you're not in the main house. I put your ass in the pool house. Both of you. I think when the camera went off, I think late at night, I think K Michelle lied about getting a call. I think all of that is a lie. Who? What blogger called you to tell you that Drew, Phaedra, and Porsha were about to set you up? You're a damn lie. Didn't nobody tell you that but Shamia? I think you're trying to throw us off by saying a blogger said that. Shamia's responsible. And the next day, K Michelle lost her shit at breakfast. Let's take a look. Well, give me a second. I think you did that, Shamia. And I think you did it because you didn't want her to make amends with the other girls. I think you realize that without being Porsha's best friend on the show, ain't nobody checking for you at all. And the reason why I say that is because right now you're in Thailand with Kandi Burruss, right? And I keep hearing you say, I'm a friend. I'm a friend. You said it on this episode. I'm Atlanta's best friend. If you go watch Kandi Burruss's story, she's in Thailand right now. She took a group of women with her. Everybody's Kandi, Kandi, Kandi. But with you, Shamia, I peep game. Hey, friend. That don't need to be said if you're truly a friend. You all up in the camera hollering friend. And I've noticed that you strategically place yourself all of Kandi's videos on Instagram where you're seated right next to her, standing right next to her. Whoever her videographer is, every time they hit Kandi, they have to get you. I don't think Shamia is as authentic as she passes herself off to be. I think she's very strategic. And that friend shit is getting old. So my question is, what did you tell K. Michelle? Because K. Michelle couldn't seem to hold it together at breakfast. And I know it was you. We too damn grown. Now, come on, grown women up in here. Grown men. We too damn grown to let them tell us that some blogger called. You a damn lie. You a damn lie. I could tell from the look on your face it was you. And I'm willing to bet my bottom dollar that you had something to do with this. So this was like a really emotional moment for K. Michelle. I was uncomfortable. I'm like, what the fuck are you crying for? You on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, girl. But anywho, hell, I felt bad for her for a quick second. I did. And then, y'all, when I tell you she flipped that switch and got the cursing motherfuckers out, I was like, whoa, hold on now. I was with you. And I could have held space for K. Michelle if she would have articulated herself in a very tender way. But girl, you came in like you was casting for the color of purple. And you started berating them folks about a plot and a plan. And you just K. Michelle reminds me of the ghost of Christmas past. She kind of scary. Because right now, K. Michelle, is purely accusations and a perceived plot. It's not real. Where's the receipts? None of this is real. You making this stuff up. And if it's not you, it's Shamia. So this episode really pissed me off. I almost couldn't continue to watch The Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I was like, Queen Sheba do them like that. Now, you know they ready for party and a check, girl. If it's going to continue to go this route, Bravo, I don't want nothing to do with it. I'd rather do 90 Day, what is it? 90 Day Fiance. This is unbecoming. This is weird. These women continue to disrupt the energy and the vibe of the trip. We're talking beautiful vibes. I can see if they were just still in Atlanta. We're talking galas, mansions. Y'all finna act like this. This nigga shit. I say, you can't take these niggas nowhere. You hear me?
I will pray for you, but if you get on my nerve, I will cuss you smooth out. My mouth ain't under control yet. And I can throw these hands. And let me tell you something. If I get my hands on you.
I said, I would be so mad. Y'all done ruined everything. You try to ruin that's what Cynthia said. Are you trying to sabotage me? At first I was like, it just being a little bitchy. But then when I thought about it, I was like, you went on record talking about that lady's estate. That is a relationship. And if I had to guess, I'm going to probably say Adrienne Maloof connected Cynthia with that lady, right? You didn't trash her fucking estate on national television. You were trying to ruin that. And the more I thought about it, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. Where's the decorum? It was split between Black excellence and hood shit. It was a split, and I've never felt embarrassed. I don't care what they say. Oh, y'all be doing too much. Nah, we good. Because the ladies have always exhibited a level class, even when they argue. But this was below what I'm accustomed to. Okay, Bridget said, I also think she's going to skip the reunion or do it from home like she did. Who? Okay, Michelle, she can go. Patricia, thank you for the 5-piece and a pepper. Patricia says, let me see what Patricia say. I said it. She thought she was bigger than the show. Oh, and still do. She knew she was wrong. Because when her husband came to the gala, she said, oh, I had a big fight with Drew. I just want to hide. Too late, girl. You did the most. And you thought Drew was a punk and she wasn't going to stand up to you. Drew wasn't worried about you. So anywho, she broke down crying, child, based on what Shamia told her allegedly. Shamia needs to go too. I don't like the facial expression. I don't like none of that shit. If you got a job to do, Do your job. Do you have to carry out Shamia's contract, Bravo? Even Porsha stepped in. I feel like Shamia has so much venom and viciousness because Porsha ended the friendship that she can't even focus on anything else. That tells me you needed Porsha in a way. You needed Porsha for clout because otherwise it should be a one and done. You don't want to be my friend? That's cool. We moving on. How come Kelly isn't good enough? How come Britt Edie isn't good enough? How come K. Michelle isn't good enough for Pinky? Because you know the type of weight that Porsha pulls in those Atlanta streets. But even Porsha attempted to step in. And I feel like Porsha was very genuine when she tried to rectify things with K. Michelle. She said, I feel responsible for bringing you into this group. Did you see Shamia's facial expressions? And that's why you don't take a bitch to work with you. And I said what I said. That's why I quit helping people. I said what I said. Porsha helped Shamia. She helped K. Michelle. Look at the things she's getting. Look at the things she's receiving in real time. They're giving her their ass to kiss. So Porsha said, who? Listen, when somebody said, even if it's me, somebody told you I'm going to do something, put it out right now. Put it out. If it's me. That's why I think you're making this up. I don't think there was a plot. Now, I think your ass going to get handed to you. You're on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But I don't think nobody's plotting against you. I don't. Shamia's lying. She's jealous. She's mad. She's envious. Because I don't care if you connect yourself with Kelly. It still don't bring you the clout that connecting yourself with Porsha does or Candy does. Ain't nobody checking for Kelly. Ain't nobody inviting Kelly to Thailand. Porsha didn't bring Kelly on this show. Candy didn't recommend Kelly for this show. Porsha and Candy recommended you. You know what time it is. You know who the queens are in the room. And you mad. Y'all better be careful helping motherfuckers too much. Excuse my language. Y'all better be careful helping women that don't have the same work ethic that you have because you will make an enemy. And sometimes your Judas is seated at your goddamn table. Sometimes your Judas is at your table. But we've been trained. Well, help your friend get a job. Well, go on, give your friend a little money. Well, go on. No, you got to stop. You're going to create an enemy, a target, because as soon as K. Michelle got on that show, she went after Porsha. Shamia did the same thing. That's crazy to me. And your friend is saying, tell me. I'll take it right now. If it's me, say it. Say it on camera. But you couldn't. You know why you couldn't? Because you're lying. And in order to expose it, you would have to expose Shamia. You are a lie. You would have to expose Shamia. If they're supposedly trying to plot, say something right now. That's what Porsha said. We can handle it right now. But she couldn't. And the fact that you couldn't means that you're impacting the show. This is horrible, Bravo. This girl interrupted breakfast. These women have interrupted dinner, breakfast, dinner, the biggest scenes. You know, it's going to be dinner, breakfast, trips. Not one receipt, not one conversation, refusing to talk. They got to go. Shamia had guilt written all over her damn face. So K. Michelle comes and says, oh, I got a call from somebody. You're not that fucking important. Ain't nobody calling you. You say half the women in Atlanta don't like you. I don't believe you. Trey, thank you for the 5-piece. You say K. Michelle is just another Britt Edie. Both of them let their paranoia kick their ass. She's too unwell mentally for this show. I have to agree. Nobody called you. You said the women in Atlanta have treated you horribly. Why all of a sudden would they flip the house upside down and tell you about this supposed plot? Why all of a sudden in the history of Atlanta would somebody reveal a plot? And a plot was just to talk about an oyster. You are lying. It screams paranoia. With, I guess the blogger was Shamia. I'm going out on a limb. I believe it was Shamia. So she starts to curse Drew out. Pure hatred. And you know who you are. You ain't got shit going on in your life. You're broke. You did. I was like, that was too uncomfortable for me. That was too uncomfortable. But Drew clocked that tea. Drew knew what angle that was coming from. And she said, you have ruined this entire trip. That's what she said. You've been a hindrance, Shamia. You've made everything about you. We talking about her and the plot against her. How we get on you? And even if K. Michelle feels like somebody plotted against her, why are you talking about you in this moment? Drew wasn't wrong. Shamia is writing the good friend, because I'm a good friend. But how do you become the focal point of the story? You have envy. K. Michelle has envy, and so does Kelly. They ruined breakfast. They ruined dinner the night before, and they continue to ruin major scenes. Bravo, this is a huge issue. So, half of the women split after breakfast. The OGs or the originals go to Cynthia's room. The newbies, they gather outside. They're all comparing notes against each other. The originals find out, wait a minute, this is planned. 3 hours before K. Michelle come down crying, this wench was on Twitter. But then gonna come and manipulate us and cry. But was on Twitter calling us all kind of names. They figured out that K. Michelle and Shamia may be teaming up. I believe it. One thing I can appreciate, did you see how Kelly refused to lie in that scene? When the producers asked her in a confessional, she had on purple. They said, can you remember what y'all were talking about? She said, I don't remember. You know why? Because she didn't want to tell a lie. She did not want to tell a lie. And I can respect it. She said, I don't remember. She'd rather not remember than get up there and lie and say a blogger called K. Michelle. You know damn well ain't no blogger calling you. You know damn well them girls at Atlanta ain't talking to no bloggers. Coco Lee said, I know that the owner was ticked off that her amazing home debuting on national television. But these attention-seeking weirdos complained they did a minor oversight. That was horrible to do that. It really is. I know a lot of you don't understand. Some of y'all ain't been nowhere. Listen, if you ever have a business, we all gonna mess up. Nobody's perfect. It was not a big deal. It was going to be rectified. And I know some people, well, they didn't fix it in a moment. Ain't nobody finna fix that in a moment. Do you not know how far out they were? They were in the countryside. When you listen to people talk, first, we're talking 25 acres. 25 acres of land. You got to be far out from civilization. Well, they could have got a cleaner. No, you can't. Not that far out. Shit, it take them an hour to get back into the city, to go there and come back. That's a 2-hour round trip drive. Now, where do your cleaning staff live? They're not on site. I don't give a damn how much money you got. These are probably people that do not regularly rent their houses out as Airbnbs. This is not a freaking Airbnb. This was a favor. Do you understand what I'm saying? And they did Cynthia a favor. And y'all said, well, where was the cleaning staff? Shit, they had to get one. First of all, y'all got here late. You got there about 7. You had glam and makeup. You heard K. Michelle whining about it. They sat down about 8:30 or 9 for dinner. The girls started complaining about 8 p.m. about their rooms. Ain't nobody coming out. I wouldn't give a damn if I was a maid. Let Miss So-and-so call me on a Friday night. And I'm sitting at home on live. I'm going to just say a Monday night. I'm doing party in the chat. I put y'all on hold like this. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Let me go to commercial.
Breaking news. Independent Media Matters and Queen Sheba is preparing for live coverage of the Carmelo Anthony trial, bringing real-time commentary, courtroom updates, and exclusive reporting directly to the people. To support travel and reporting expenses, donations can be sent to CashApp, $QueenShibaBiz. Support independent media, support Queen Sheba.
Yeah, so I put y'all on hold. Thank you. And the banner is at the bottom. And I say, y'all, I'm sorry about that. I just got a call. I have my own cleaning business. This white woman and called me at 9:16 p.m. to come clean the house. I'm not going to go out there. She said these rich folks are complaining about the comforter. Child, I'm not going to go out there. That's about an hour away. I see their ass in the morning. So that's probably what happened. And then I'm back and I'm doing my thing, right? Because I got my cleaning business. First thing in the morning, I'm going to head on out there. Imagine me a week later, 6 months later, watching it on TV. And I said, I'll be damned. That's who those women were. Talking about I didn't clean the house and didn't do my damn job. So not only did you ruin an opportunity for Cynthia, a relationship for Cynthia, you trashed the cleaning staff, you trashed the lady's house. And you have to think about the repercussions of your words in your mouth when you make a big deal because you're really mad. Come on now, because you were not in the main house. It wasn't that big of a deal. They sent people to do it the next day. Ain't nobody finna come out in the middle of the fucking boondocks in the countryside, 9:10 p.m. at night. Even if they did leave at 8, they wouldn't have got there to 9:15, got back home to their family after 11, close to midnight, depending on what you wanted. Girl, you're not that damn important. Period. That's all I'm going to say. So they find out K. Michelle out here tweeting, trying to ruin shit for folks, not standing on business. You sat there and cried like a baby, ruined the scene the night before and now this morning. Won't say shit, but on Twitter talking to yourself about how you above everybody. Let's take a look. Because she done ran me hot. Let's take a look.
Here and say you care about people when y'all be sitting there plotting and trying to do stuff to people. If I know that a mother is sitting there plotting my hurt, I'm not gonna smile in your face. I know exactly the whole plot.
Look at Shamia. Y'all, if that she didn't know it was gonna go down like that. She thought she had that shit under control. I'ma wire her ass up. I'ma tell her what she couldn't control is that Kay is two kinds of crazy. Look at that. Y'all, does this not scream guilt? Girl, you did all of that. Look at her face. Bitch, I told you not to say this, bitch. I told her not to say nothing. Look at her.
What's the plot?
Nobody gotta be plotting against me, smiling in my face.
Is there anything we can do? Who is it? Who's
And the cameraman knew it was your ass, Shamia. Let me run it back. The cameraman, because they be knowing. Look.
Y'all can sit here and say you care about people when y'all be sitting there plotting and trying to do stuff to people. If I know that a mother is sitting there plotting my hurt, I'm not gonna smile in your face.
They knew it was Shamia. See, the cameraman be privy to shit. They don't get to make the call of what comes to the television screen. They're just there filming all night. They knew it was Shamia's ass.
I know exactly the whole plot.
Look at her ass.
What's the plot?
Nobody gotta be plotting against me, smiling in my face.
Is there anything we can do? Who is it? Who's plotting?
Okay, I brought you around this group. I want you to have an opportunity to get to know everybody. But I'm gonna just tell you, I don't feel good about this. Like, even when you sat down and looked at your face, I want you to tell me what's going on, because if I gotta deal with it for you, I will deal with it for you.
I just can't do it right now. Okay. I cannot, I'm not in space. I'm just honest, I'm not in space and I give me.
Nah, fuck that. If you gonna interrupt my damn trip, time it, y'all see now, that's what a Scorpio. I can be patient. No, You done ruined 2 fucking nights and I done put thousands of dollars private jet. I got this and this and that. You finna say something or you got to go.
Man, I know the little jokes, and I want you as a person to know that you are a low-down motherfucker, and that's why you ain't got I see every goddamn thing.
Last night after we left dinner,
someone called me and said that
there was a plot and a plan this whole time
from some of these ladies.
One was to imply that I was with your boyfriend or not boyfriend, whatever the moment is.
You a damn lie.
2, to talk about a rumor that a disgruntled ex said 8 years ago.
I already know who you contacted, what blogs you called.
To go read that and want
You
to
a damn lie.
spread that, I think that is very disheartening, and that shows the character of these women.
Y'all can sit here and say you care about people when y'all be sitting there plotting. And
what y'all think? So she doing all of this. And I feel like Porsha was extremely genuine. And we ain't never seen Porsha want to get in there and help. Porsha's team Porsha all the way. So they find out she didn't got her behind on Twitter. She didn't interrupt it. This is the second night. Y'all got to remember, this is the second day in a row. The third day was the gala. So you have to imagine the amount of stress that's coming at Cynthia. This is 48 hours in, maybe 36, right? You ruined my dinner. Another dinner was ruined. Now we're at breakfast. Cynthia can't catch a break. Now at this point, everybody's willing. Look at all these women around her.
And trying to
look. When have you ever seen the women of Atlanta put down their weapons to be supportive? This is beautiful. They thought it was a big deal. Look at Kelly, even Kelly. Cynthia, everybody was quiet. Pinky, the camaraderie. And look at this guilty wench right here. Shamia.
I know exactly the whole plot.
Look at this. Ooh, that guilt was tearing her ass up. Oh my God. How to get away with murder. Guilty. Trying to keep I can't. Daryl said, can you tell she's guilty? Like, bitch, you pinky swore with me. Oh, that's why production. Thank you, Bonita. The cameraman knew what time it was. They gonna always tell you what's up. Follow the freaking camera. They gonna tell you who did what, who's lying. It was Shamia. And don't know shit. What you saying? Don't know not a damn thing. Let's continue to some of the foolishness that occurred on this damn trip. Oh, hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Had me messing up my screen behind this damn episode. I was so hot. Was anybody else hot? Or is it just me? I had to question my ability to be able to recap this. I was like, oh, I don't like this. And when I tell you the thirst is real, the thirst is real. One thing about Shamia has figured out how to get her ass on that camera and get some camera time with or without your permission. So she decided to go to her room after all of this and put on a blue 2-piece thong and call a house meeting and expect the women to take her serious. I was like, why are you doing this to Mr. Gerald? Why are you constantly advertising your body? Is Auntie just old school? What are we doing? All right, let's go to some other scenes here. Here we go. Hold on. This is Shamia.
Yes, camera makes people do strange things. The ladies in the friend group who think that after being around some of them for so long, they wouldn't know you. Things change up and then it's like, wait, oh, you moving weird.
Besties, please help me to welcome Shamia Martin.
Hey, best friend! Happy birthday. You know, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else than with you, Baddie Bessie.
Quit lying.
Your sheets can have lint balls on them. They just have to be clean. And that was the problem that I had.
So they had lint balls. We done went from stains to a little bit of lint balls. Girl, lint balls happen to the best of us. We done went. It's okay. It's not enough to disrupt. Okay, let me ask you something. Let me not make that call. Is it enough to completely disrupt filming, dinner, and refuse to film and do your job? We done went. See, you lied. Y'all said it was stains. Now they're saying lint balls. And you still trashing that lady's house.
It was dirty. Nothing was done about it until 2 days later. The notion that I just really want to be famous.
You're lying. The next day, y'all were on the van. It was not 2 days later.
It's like, because a lot of people are like, oh, why don't you just go sit down and just be a wife? Well, I am. I'm sitting down and being a wife.
We don't see it.
But I'm also standing up for the things that I believe in. Twerk a little bit is not necessarily me masking anything. It is just me living in my light and my joy.
We don't see you being a wife, and it's called The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, do y'all want to see Shamia be a wife? Do you want to see Shamia interact with her husband? Do you feel like that's a huge component of being on the show? We want to see you housewife. We want to see you and Gerald go through thick and thin. We want to see how you navigate parenting. We want to see how date night. Is that not a component if you are a wife that we need to see? She's a wife. Why you never home? I'm calling a fucking red flag on the play. I'm a wife. Yeah, I'm going to go on my trips. Yeah, I'm going to do this and that. But it's maybe once a year. And typically it's a huge group. It's a purpose, if that makes a sense. It's not just me out. There's a purpose behind it. So how come we don't see you with your husband? How come we aren't able to see what the inside of your marriage looks like, the inside of your home looks like? Let's go back to these girls, y'all. Here we go.
One thing I don't have tolerance for is that people with no talent or no real business. You've been promoting synthetic hair over there on Buford Highway. That never sold. And then you over there is fighting for a home with a whole man in a basement. And you want to worry about what a man got to say about me if my vagina smell like a sardine or like a Glade candle. An 8-year rumor, this how you gonna try to fight with me?
Waking up the beast now.
Do you understand how many vaginas I've had since 8 years? I've gotten it tight, snipped, tucked. This is a married vagina.
Yeah.
You don't even know this new vagina.
Why you had so many? So then she's tweeting, right? So the girls in the other room, they find out this girl done played us. This girl been tweeting 3-4 hours and they set us up. She been out here tweeting. They done concocted this damn story since last night. She's tweeting and she comes down to breakfast late and starts all this crying about this plot. K. Michelle on Twitter says, don't sit in my face and play like you don't know what I'm talking about. You want a reaction? You can have it. Say it to my face or be a quiet coward. Porsha, come on through. Welcome back, Porsha. Porsha said, who is a coward? I would define a coward as a person tweeting from the same house, 2 doors down from me. Next time, let's do our job and bring it to my front door, real time. That's how it's done on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I say, Porsha, you better talk your shit. Because I get what you said. You said it's our job. What Porsha is saying is, I'm carrying you. It's our job, not just mine. And baby, you 2 doors down. So that's how we do it on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. You on my shit. This ain't no love and hip hop. Come to me. Don't ask my neighbor. Y'all, it continue to go. The girls continue. K. Michelle said, keep watching. Y'all know my character. Hold on. I think this was it.
One thing I don't have tolerance for is
that, keep watching. Y'all know my character. Don't sit in my face and play like you don't know what I'm talking about. You want a reaction, you can have it. Say it to my face or be quiet, coward. No, you was the coward because you was tweeting from 2 doors down while conjuring up a storyline to go cry about a fictitious ass plot at breakfast. You've continued to disrupt a full production because if you're about that life, then come down and put it there. No receipts, no nothing. This could have been a beautiful story, just like you switching men in the first quarter, but we've yet to see it. So was there an NBA guy that was really after you? Because I can't seem to find him on Google. I cannot find. Listen, do your homework. Check me. Keep me honest. I'm not the one claiming the storyline. She did. She went on Jason Lee. She said she was dating an NBA coach who used to play in the NBA. And when I Googled it and narrowed it down to the Grizzlies, there's not one single coach that also played as a player who's a single coach. Everybody's married. So what's up? K. Michelle said, I'm definitely crying when I'm mad at risking a return to yourself. Because I guarantee you, whatever you bring to the table, those girls can match it and double down on it. Return to yourself. Beelzebub. I don't care how crazy it looked. All that behind the scenes producing these ladies did. I knew about all of it. I sat there and watched quietly. I'm not new to didn't show up. Where you at? We've been waiting. We 7 episodes in. Let's play ball, bitch. Let's play ball. Let's go. We waiting. You doing all that talking. I sure couldn't find that man. I'm just saying. You said maybe he's separated. He could be. I couldn't find him. For the requirements that she said. Now, I found a few, but I was like, how can he be? But this one is married. And right when I thought I had it, I was like, no, that can't be him. Now, let's continue to some of the foolishness that has continued to happen. Because then K. Michelle took it a step further, y'all. She accused Porsha of sleeping with one of her exes. Where are the receipts? Who is he? Say his name. Say his name. They went into a full Twitter beef, and I like how Porsha's showing up. She said, I'm going to go right here. Look. K. Michelle said, a Porsha, no different than you being 2 doors down from me, effing on my ex, sitting in my face like you a girl's girl while telling him my business. Damn bimbo. Here's the thing. Can I say this? If she is effing on your ex, he's your ex. You're married now. Porsha ain't never claimed to be your friend on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. We ain't never seen Porsha kumbaya with you. Ever. So my thing is this. Why are you married and still worried about who your ex is hitting? Porsha ain't your homegirl. You said you're not a girl's girl. This your first time being around women in this capacity. Why do you give a damn? A whole married woman, as you say, who your ex is effing on, including Porsha. Porsha said, oh, Twitter fingers shaking the table.
It make me so mad.
Girl, I'm so frustrated.
Smiling folks' faces ain't with that.
Hey, what is going on? Let's get in the bed.
We just chatting. We big old bed. I love this big old bed.
Yeah. What's going on? Something.
So the groups are divided. You got them outside, and you have this group on the inside.
Transpired.
Something happened overnight.
Something happened. But even at dinner, there was still a little distance.
It was something that they thought that they was going to address with me at dinner. Who though? Drew, Porsha, and Phaedra.
Not Porsha. She was rubbing your knee. She was a part of the problem.
But that's what
you see how Shamia looked down. This is a lie from the pits of hell.
You over there just sitting looking stupid. And not Phaedra trying to fan you. Wear a church fan.
He be playing with me.
That was the first
Then
time
when I get to cursing, then okay, it would be crazy.
Shamia started this shit, and she know it's gotten out of hand.
I am heartbroken. I watch these women who have dealt with things from gossip try to judge me.
That vagina is clean. I don't know. This one might be a little scent.
What we got, chat? It's party in the chat tonight. What we got? What we got? Do you feel like, forget my opinion. Who in the hell is that? Do you feel like this was a setup, a plot to take down K. Michelle? Yes or no? And let me be honest. Baby, there's way more heavy hitters than you. I don't see anybody calling in or putting in extra resources to take you down. If anything, it would be a plot to take down Nene Leakes, a plot to take down Kenya Moore, a plot to take down Sheree Whitfield, Kim Zolciak. Girl, you didn't tick me off. But let me see. Yeah, okay. Wait a minute. Love Life Brown said yes. I do feel like there was a plot. Shawnee Forever said, Shamia was tricking her out her spot. Listen, her face. The Grizzly Reality says, Reality Grizzly said, Kay told her own tea by reacting to those old rumors. Thank you. At the table. Let's look.
It make me so.
I want to take a look at this real quick. So this is where she and Drew get into it. She thought she was finna punk Drew. Hold on. She thought she was about to punk Drew, and Drew had to stand up on her ass and let her know. Give me 1 second. I got it. Here we go. All righty. And we got another one. Oh, here we go. Okay. Y'all, it was good, but it was nerve-wracking. Here we go.
Don't even know this girl.
You know me, but you telling people who know what I know.
And I don't know
Sit down.
you.
Let's everybody sit
And
down.
I don't know you.
This ain't
I
TLC
don't
no more,
know
bitch. My soundtrack ain't TLC. Girl, this don't scare me. It's Yo Gotti and Tupac.
I focus on my movie roles. You focus on your country
God,
music.
I've done better with that than you've ever done or ever
Since you
will.
want to be disrespectful to me.
The theme for my gala tonight is Dynasty.
This is so beneath Cynthia. And when I say beneath her, I am talking about maturity level. We used to Kenya Moore and Nene and Candy, and we talking about they've done some filthy reads. You hear me? But this contrived ass shit where we wasting time into cutting into scenes, being 2-3 hours late for a gala. Oh no. Cynthia was so uncomfortable. Were we going to ruin a beautiful event? Oh no. Oh no. Listen, the Queen of Candisonian, thank you for the 5-piece and a pepper. You says, how much longer do you think Gerald is going to put up with this? I think he has 1 foot out the door. I hate it for Shamia, but if she doesn't wake up, for real, and kind of watch with Shamia wants to be outside. Bad. I wouldn't put up with that if I was her husband. I'm not saying that as a wife you have to be inside, but you in Thailand. You just film. When they film, it's typically 6 to 7 months, right? They just wrapped up filming. Probably you're filming again. They give you about a month or 2 off. You're in Thailand. You keep leaving that man or leaving them kids with the nanny. You are everywhere. Porsha said she was in the bathroom when she was doing the whole bath, and Kelly got a snapshot of her Hello Kitty and wanted a piece of that, and you was in there. When are you ever home? D. Herford, thank you for the 5-piece. She said, I don't understand what would be the motivation for Porsha, Drew, and Phaedra. Not 1 ounce of motivation. It's a lie from the pits of hell. In my opinion, it just doesn't make sense. If you ask me. Can they be shady? Absolutely. Did they stay up to plot on K. Michelle? Absolutely not. I don't believe so. I could be wrong.
He meets Dallas. I just wanted them to look like some of the characters on the show, not act like them.
You want a moment?
Why would I get a moment from you?
Give it
Nobody
to you.
want to hear about that basement no more.
That's my life. That is my real life.
I don't need a moment with you.
You need a moment with yourself.
Well, we still waiting on your storyline because so far it's been Drew and Porsha. You do need a moment.
With that grown man down there in that basement. We tired of talking about it? Just like you tired of fighting for your career milestones to happen that never happened. Don't attach me to nobody. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Y'all don't even know this girl.
Okay, Michelle, a hateful ass biddy. Hateful. But look, so this is the girls in Dallas. This was the final event for Cynthia's gala. They look good right here. Who do you think had the best look overall? Cynthia did not give a 1-by-1. She just kind of said, we will crown everybody as the winners. In my opinion, on television screen, Kelly appeared to have the best look, in my opinion, on the screen. Well, maybe K. Michelle. But now that I'm looking at this photo, I would have gave it to Porsha. Actually, Drew had the best look. If we take a look at these women individually, here we go. They all look good. Pinky's horrible. Horrible. This is Drew. Drew had the best look overall, in my opinion. It's a tie. Damn, who do y'all say? It's a tie. It was disrespectful to bring up Drew's husband when she don't want nobody talking about she's friends with Black. You say Kay's hair was the best? Drew, Pinky. We got Bonita says we got Drew. Pinky looks like her glam is changing clothes and putting on. Kelly is too short for what she wears. Her titties too big. But I mean, she needs a professional glam team. Look. All right, Porsha looks damn good. Porsha looked damn good. So this is Drew. Here we go. Let's do the vote. We got Drew. Should Drew and Porsha switch hair? What if Porsha had the blonde hair with this and Drew had the dark hair with this? Drew, Porsha, Shamia. Shamia look like I'm a dream girl. I feel like Shamia's hair should have been on a different dress. When you put this look together, I wasn't feeling it. This is Kelly. It's giving, you got to going on. Wolf, yeah, you got to going on. It's giving Lil Kim. Lil M. I didn't like Portia's hair. I mean, Phaedra's hair. It looked like Bozo. I like the blonde, but the blonde with the necklace plus the blue and the bedazzle, it's an overkill. I do like the blue with the blonde. She could have done a bun, a pin back bun. Y'all are saying Porsha has the best look. Lady Rose said Shamia's hair was hideous. It was given a matted wig. Look at this. See, that's what I'm talking about, Andy. That's what I'm talking about, Andy. It's giving a Lunel. It's giving Lunel. We could have kept the dress. Take off the gloves. Take off the hat. Keep the big belt. Or not. It was given Salvation Army. We just got some new stuff that came in from a rich woman. And Pinky said, I'll take it all. Cynthia, I like the hair. I don't like the dress. You could have pulled off a white or a red dress. What you think about Cynthia? That hair would go good with red or white, in my opinion. Okay, let's continue. Now we got, here we go. That's what they were going. You see what I'm saying, Cynthia? Something like that for you. So this is what they were emulating for Dallas. Who got it best? Y'all said Porsha did it best. So let's go with Porsha. Porsha, listen, talking about her experience with the ladies.
Now, I got to talk housewives with you.
Okay, yes.
Okay. Now, it was a few weeks ago that Kate Michelle was here. And when I tell you, I was on the floor because she was throwing shade left and right at cast member Drew Sidor. Okay, so do you think that Kate, I couldn't even get off the floor. It was so much.
Girl, I was dying. I live for that.
So, did Kate Michelle, you think did she go too far or not far enough? How you feel about that?
I think they both have jumped off the cliff together. You know,
Really?
They're not friends, or they would have jumped holding hands. But they have both jumped off that cliff. It is up and stuck.
Yes.
Yes. And but you know, it get like that sometimes. You're not gonna like everybody on the cast. You know,
Right.
Drew is absolutely amazing star. Kay Michelle
Yes, Porsha.
has joined the show and shook it up like she shook them tables.
Yes.
And you know, one thing about it, I think that a lot of people who haven't done reality TV before come on and they're being thirsty, you know, but these girls are being spicy. Our new girls, they're not thirsty, they're spicy. Because they're already established. They're already that girl. Pinky's that girl. She's a business entrepreneur, has done everything.
Oh, come on. You better cook, Porsha.
And made millions and millions. And then you have Kay Michelle, who's an established singer, country singer, groundbreaker. So I'm glad that we have some real heavy hitters now on the show.
Well, you got the heavy hitters, and it's interesting because they did let me know we don't.
Well, Porsha is saying you ain't got to do all that. It's an overkill.
You know, they're spicy. But, you know, it is very spicy because I know that the fellow housewife, Kelly Farrell, she's been throwing accusations that you've been sleeping with married men. Now, is that spicy or is that a major issue?
I mean, she is just like dragging tea from like 4 years ago. Like,
yes.
You know, one thing I can say, again, going back to some of the new girls, going back to...
See, that's why I believe, Kelly, that's why I believe Porsha, when Porsha said you wanted a piece of her kitty cat and that you slept with that married man on that airplane, coming off that airplane headed to the BET Awards. Porsha did not deny in this instance that she didn't sleep with one. She said it's old tea.
To Angela Oakley, who's joined the show. This show is about showing Black women who are established, who have a wonderful life, fulfilled life in themselves. So they don't have to focus on other people. If they end up focusing on you, they're going to read you, right? But they're not making me their storyline. Those women, you know, you pay attention to them, they got it going on. You know, they got businesses, they got husbands, they got things. And I just think it's very unfortunate when some of the girls come on the show and they have to kind of search and reach. And she's always reaching for other reasons, but, you know, just...
Is that reaching?
Just reaching. And just, you can't quite get it.
Can't quite get the verse.
Who even handed her the peach? You know?
Oh.
I don't know. But listen, Kelly, sometimes she's cool, sometimes she's not. I think that if you can dish it out, you should be able to receive it back to you.
Yes.
And you should be able to move on. I think it is very clear she tried to come in hot. And I just cooled her down.
Oh, and Porsha looks good, y'all. What they said, I was reading the comments, and they said one thing about Porsha's glam team, they listen, head to toe. She's not gonna miss a beat. Here we go.
I know that the fellow housewife, Kelly Farrell, she's been throwing accusations that you've been sleeping with married men. Now, is that spicy or is that a major issue?
I mean, she is just like dragging tea from like 4 years ago. Like, you know, one thing I can say, again, going back to some of the new girls, going back to Angela Oakley, who's joined the show. This show is about...
We saw that piece. Porsha is a different woman. I'm loving the glow up. I don't care. Porsha used to get on my damn nerves. Bad. And when I tell you bad, I'm talking about real bad. But that's what I'm talking about. The ability, bravo, of the cast to move along with the audience and move along with the show. Porsha has forced me as an audience person and also as a blogger and content creator to follow her journey and not hold her back. And when you have cast members that are trying to sabotage the evolution of the show, That's how you determine if it's a good fit or not. So let me ask y'all again. Do you feel as if the new girls are a good fit? And if so, who? Now, let's take a look. They have a preview of the next week's episode. Let's take a look. I don't even know if we're supposed to be looking at this. I'm going to find out if they strike me. Hold on. Wrong one. Wrong one. Hold on.
How are you guys doing today? Good, good. We have an appointment with Dr. Trevor. So I'm going to have you fill out some paperwork for me. Today, the thing is just hitting me that my teeth are going to be out of my mouth.
I'm excited to see this work.
Now, this is her man. I'm going to pause. Now, they say that whatever you marry, whether you're a man, marrying your partner, your whatever, your wife, marrying your husband, your partner, whatever, that's the best you can get. That's your value. That's your value in the marketplace. Now, I'm not talking bad about nobody's husband. I have nothing bad to say about your husband. But this is the man that you've been chasing for 10 years. Why the hell are you worried about black? When you got this Mr. Goodbar sitting next to you, are you not happy?
Work is done.
Oh, I thought you was excited to see the teeth out of my mouth. I was going to say, oh my God. I was like, I don't want you to see me like that.
Honestly, I'm passionate about it. You know, family and friends make the worst patients.
I don't think.
What y'all think? Yes, Renika. Renika said, is this who's been dragging her along all these years? Yes. Mm-hmm. And look, it's neither here nor there for me. But once you got it and you threw the bait, you got the catch. Why are you still worried about who Porsha's sliding with? Porsha's single. And they say married folk they say some of the most single people on the planet are married folks. Because K. Michelle, you did say you gay on the weekends. You want a piece of Porsha? Is that the problem? And she would never choose you? So when Kelly said, I would never, bitch, I don't believe you. I think you're lying. Yes, you would. I think if Porsha had a drunken night and gave you a chance, yes, you would. Yes, you would. Yes, you would. So what's the problem? Why y'all mad at Porsha?
Anything that I have done in your dental office is a lot.
You make me nervous.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Is it?
It's a good thing.
I guess.
I hate these forms.
You know, your wellness and overall health is important, so.
Dallas was a lot, but I've been very, very calm with how I present.
That man said, look at his face.
With how I present myself.
You want to scoop? Would everyone agree with this assessment?
They don't agree with whatever. You can't ask them that.
You know she's
a weird dynamic man. After Dallas, I understood who was in every plot scheme. Y'all sitting there waiting to confront me. Who? It was Porsha and Drew plotting and poking. I feel like you knew about it. I know.
But at the table, when Phaedra went there, you said it was Porsha, Drew, and
about
Phaedra.
The black conversation. I don't know about no other scheme. Mm-hmm. Now I'm the boogeyman too. I've never asked anyone about K. Michelle. Whatever this plot is, please tell us because I have no idea what's going on. I don't recall it. But that doesn't mean it didn't happen. I'm willing to deal with Phaedra because she knows when to say, I'm not in it. She knows when to tap out. It turns me on that you know not to play with me. Hello?
Girl, stop. Because you kissing Phaedra's butt all across the fucking internet, talking about how she's one of your good friends. Girl, stop.
Hey, my name is Bree. I'll be helping out Dr. Trevor today. He's ready for you.
You're so pretty.
Thank you.
She is. She's stunning.
You are too. I love your outfit.
You could be his dental assistant.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, already measuring yourself up against other women. K. Michelle is not ready for this level of production. You're in a dentist's office measuring up a freaking scrub tech. A beautiful girl who's just your doing her job, and you're throwing shade on her saying, watch this. Oh, it's just innocent. No, it's not. Because what if the dentist is a male dentist and his wife is always like this nice girl that just came out? Now you done planted a freaking negative seed about how she couldn't work for your husband because of your fucking insecurities. Oh, you couldn't work for him. Why are you bringing that type of energy into an establishment? The girl just came out to say hi. So I know how you walking in when it comes to Drew, when it comes to Porsha, Angela, and the rest of them. This is uncalled for.
I wouldn't have it. I'm just playing with how I present myself.
That's it. That's all. Do you get what I'm saying now? When a woman is not whole on the inside, she can make everybody's life a freaking living hell, can be drop dead gorgeous, talented, and you keep saying, why is she single? Because she's a Tasmanian devil, because she's hell on wheels. Don't nobody want to live with her. Her kids, her man, her baby daddy, nobody. And you have to keep in mind, K. Michelle is the same woman who's not talking to her teenage son because he went and got a damn job at DoorDash.
Go out! Damn, you want to go?
Would everyone agree?
Nobody's safe with K. Michelle. And let me give one final clip, and we're going to wrap this thing up. Give me 1 second. I think she's going to prohibit the show. The more I talk about it, I'm like, let me just let it go. Here we go. Oh, you know what? Let's hear what the Breakfast Club had to say about K. Michelle being on the show and see if y'all agree or disagree.
So yesterday, Real Housewives of Atlanta, the episode premiered, and you know, we've had Porsha Williams up here, and we were talking to Porsha about just the relationship between her and K. Michelle, and because it was such a good relationship, and K. Michelle has been staying out of the drama, but things are starting to change. So K. Michelle got very upset on the show on this new episode, and she says she feels unsafe with the women over a oyster conversation. Let's take a listen to Real Housewives of Atlanta, their oyster comments.
What are you checking for?
What is you doing?
What are you checking for?
Okay, Porsha, I'm like, keep checking it. Your face ain't right.
That vagina is clean. This one might be a little scent.
That vagina is clean.
Now, this has been, of course, like a touchy topic for K. Michelle because of previous conversations that she's had to have on this topic.
Now, let me tell you how I know she's lying. Let me tell you how I know she's lying about the plot. She said that night, somebody called her. Whomever this person is would have had to have known they were going to Dallas to film, would have had to have known what Cynthia was ordering, would have to have known that Porsha was playing with the oysters, and Porsha had planned it out well in advance that she was going to touch oysters and say that vagina is clean and this one has a scent. That means that blogger knew ahead of time, 2-3 weeks before they even took the flight to Dallas, that Cynthia's gonna order oysters, okay? And then I'm gonna grab the plate from Cynthia. Follow me, y'all. You see how crazy this sounds? I'm gonna take the plate from Cynthia. And I'm gonna start playing with it. And Drew gonna say, let me check the oysters. Do you see how crazy this sounds? It sounds crazy because it's not true. So that means either you're lying or you're covering up a lie. Shamia was the one that brought. Shamia sat there. You get what I'm saying? The reality, Grizzly. I'm a blogger. You're a blogger. We got content creators here. That means I would be saying, well, girl, how you know? Let's just go with that theory. A blogger called you. So you mean to tell me they sent me the menu as a blogger and they said, listen, we going to first of all, you don't know where you're going. Only production does until like the day or so before you get there. Because the production team has to go out and negotiate a contract with these entities in these restaurants. They put their necks on the line. Bravo does to say, can we come in and film? If so, what's the dedicated space? The castmates do not do that type of work. It's a heavy lift. So they're out of that. They're just told, this is your call time. This is the time you have to be there. This is when the car is going to pick you up. There's no way an outsider would have known where they were going, who's a blogger. They don't even know where they're going half the time until the night before or the morning thereof. And they go. I believe it's a lie. I believe your source is Shamia. And Shamia didn't like the fact that you checked her. So Shamia always has to have the last word. I think Shamia got back to the house. Her thoughts were, how do I reel this shit in? Because Kaden called me out and told me I'm doing too much. I'm going to just let her know why, hey, why you trying to be friends with him? It was low-key talking about you. That oyster stuff was them talking about your vagina. You remember that time they said, da-da-da. I think that was all Shamia. Period, point blank. Girl, ain't nobody would have known that they was going to that restaurant. They would have had to have known everything everybody was going to order in advance. You know, the amount of predictability, that's like winning a freaking lotto. But even the Breakfast Club had to get in on this conversation.
Topic, but it gets to a point where she breaks down
the topic of oysters?
No, the topic of, like, you know, just her conversations that have been happening about her body, falsely accusing her of different things.
She having an odor.
Yeah, in episode leading up to this, I will say that there's been other things that have been happening where K. Michelle thinks that Porsha is like taking shots, but like hiding her hand type of thing. So she says she doesn't feel safe. Let's take a listen to K. Michelle on not feeling safe.
At dinner yesterday, Kay, you said
look at Shamia. So guilty.
You didn't feel safe. Is that true?
She's like, don't say my name. Don't say, bitch, don't say my name.
No. You don't.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
I'm sorry, baby.
Okay.
Sorry. Y'all can sit here and say you care about people when y'all be sitting there plotting and trying to do stuff to people. If I know that a mother is sitting there plotting my hurt, I'm not gonna smile in your face.
Y'all, they were like, what the fuck? Are we on the color purple? Wait. They was just as confused.
I know exactly the whole plot.
Last night after we left dinner.
Girl, you need to be on Broadway with Candy Burris. You need to be featured in The Lion King, The Color Purple, Hairspray, whatever they got for
Someone called me and said that there was a plot and a plan this whole time from some of these ladies. One was to imply that I was with your boyfriend or not boyfriend, whatever the moment is. Two, to talk about a rumor that a disgruntled ex said 8 years ago. I already know who you contacted, what blogs you called, to go read.
Oh, girl, let me tell you something about some of these blogs. They can't hold ice water. You a lie. They would have came out right now. They would have been all over it. Oh, girl. Oh. I'm going to tell you about 75, 80, I'm going to say 90% of these blogs ain't loyal to nobody. They would have came out and said, Drew called me, Porsha called me. Girl, you saw what happened on the Real Housewives of the OC, that blogger named Kiki something. Threw the rest of them girls under the bus. And I thought, why the would you risk your career and your sources like that? Girl, you a blogger. Even she came out and gave up her sources. Not one big blog. Thank you, D. Not one came out to validate. And this was 6 months ago, girl. Who?
That and want to spread that. I think that is very disheartening and shows the character of these women.
Yeah, so that with the ex or the boyfriend conversation, she's talking about Drew. Drew has this new like little boo thing, and she has been kind of picking at K. Michelle about how they know each other. K. Michelle's like, this guy be in her DM, but she don't know him. Now, on the other hand, she's having that conversation about, you know, the rumors that, you know, were falsely spread about her body in certain odors. And
she keep talking. She said her butt. She had challenges with her BBL. So it's almost like they're damned if they do, damned if they don't. You had a when you were talking about your BBL, you had a problem with Porsha. You felt like she was slighting you. You felt like she did it on purpose to embarrass you, and she didn't.
And she's upset about it, and especially because she felt like Porsha was her friend on the show. Now, this has spiraled to Porsha and K. Michelle now going back and forth on X during yesterday's episode as it premiered. So yesterday, K. Michelle tweeted just about somebody being a coward. And you know, Porsha responded back. So K. Michelle said, "Don't sit in my face and play like you don't know what I'm talking about. You want a reaction so you can have it. Say it to my face or be a quiet coward." Porsha says, "Who is a coward? I would define a coward as a person tweeting from the same house. Tutor down for me next time. Let's do our job and bring it to the front door real time." That's how it's done on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And then Porsha tweeted, "Oh, Twitter fingers shaking the table, hashtag activated." And then she added K. Michelle.
So I do.
And added her. When I say at, the symbol. See, we're not going to do no side swipes. I'm going to add you. Something you can't even do.
Want to just say, in my opinion, I don't think K. Michelle, because K. Michelle needs her own show. That's what I feel like. I feel like she don't really need to be on the show with these group of ladies. This is what they do. This is
like it don't fit.
What I'm saying, I feel like it's not a good fit for K. I feel like when we saw her on Love and Hip Hop.
Do you agree with Just the Mess? Just Hilarious. Do you agree that it's not a show for K. Michelle? I agree with her, but I kind of feel like you can't really say what you want to say because you don't want no smoke with her. So you try to say, "Oh, these ladies don't understand what just say she's not a good fit. She's a horrible recruit."
Years ago, she could fit in there because she still had things to prove, you know what I'm saying? And it was following like some controversy that happened, you know, with her and one of her exes or whatever. Now, after that, she went on to get her own show where she could write her own narrative, and it was more so centered around her. Kay is, you know, she's of a different stature. She won awards. She got successful.
But it's never been
albums and all
kumbaya,
that.
right? Real Housewives has never been kumbaya.
No,
they never sat up there.
Thank you for Envy bringing some sensibility to the conversation. What are you talking about? This is not an award show. This is not a freaking talent show.
They held hands and said this is a positive thing.
Reality TV is
They
never
don't take
kumbaya
shots.
in my opinion.
Last week it was taking shots at Pinky Cole.
Yeah. But that's more of like, I don't know, something about this it does not feel like she needs to be on this show.
I just think
I don't think she needs her own show. I don't think she's doing enough to garner our curiosity. Ain't nobody sit back and said, listen, until we found out K. Michelle was, nobody's hating on you. Okay, let me be very clear, but I also have to be real. Nobody was sitting back talking about, I wonder what K. Michelle up to. Child, I ain't heard from her in a while. I mean, it was great that you're doing your country music, but I don't remember sitting in my house. I sure miss that damn K. Michelle. Man, it would be nice to see her. What about y'all?
For the last episode, and y'all know I love Porsha, but the last episode with the miscarriage thing, I'm like, okay, I don't understand how that was a misconception. But with this, I mean, because I think sometimes it's like we don't know what's real and what's not. So if producers are like throwing in this storyline, throwing in this joke, if that did happen and you know, because all of that was in the news, I don't even know if I would even touch that, especially if I'm the person that brought you into the show. But if it was just jokey, happened to come out because they're sitting there with oysters and that's the conversation she's having and she didn't do it purposely, I would just come out and say I didn't do that.
And
you know what I
mean? And it's not even.
For what? Why are we trying to center how they housewife? That's what I'm saying, Bravo. K. Michelle is trying to dictate and control the narrative. She wants it to be more scripted. Was Love and Hip Hop scripted? Because you come in office, you want to kind of filter what they can and cannot say. You want to measure what they can and cannot say. And that's when it becomes fake and disingenuous for us as an audience. How come they can't joke about oysters without you being offended? Imagine that amount of scrutiny coming from a cast member because of her insecurities, the product that we get on the back end. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to watch the show if she's that freaking sensitive. What the fuck am I here for? So now they can't even sit up and joke. Have you ever lived with somebody that you had to walk on eggshells with? You can't tell a joke. You can't joke no more. And before you know it, you just watch your whole freaking personality diminish. Your light starts to flicker. It don't even glow no more. because of them. You can't even talk about nothing good happening. You can't even talk about you and Black liking each other without Shamia whispering, well, it would bother me if my bed, that ain't her man, her man, her man. And before you know it, ain't even fun no more. It feel like work. Now you don't feel like going. Now you don't want to be married. Now you hate your job. And that's how we get here, Bravo. That's all I'm saying. And we're only 7 episodes in, and this is her first freaking season. It's not a good match. And it didn't just start with K. Michelle, if the truth be told. Bravo, you messed up. You messed up season 16 with Britt Edie. You messed up with Kelly. You should have got rid of both of them. But instead, you complimented Kelly, and you kept the dysfunction going. Shamia, she's a friend of the show. She's exactly what she calls herself, a friend. She should have never been a main cast member. Every time she opens her mouth, whether she's on camera or off, on Bravo, on Instagram, she describes herself as a friend. So keep her as a friend of the show.
Even because of this, I just feel like.
Well, it did its job because we've been talking about it for 8 minutes. So it's definitely doing its job.
Not because of this. I just feel like K. Michelle needs to be on a different type of reality show.
I don't even know if reality is for her at this season in her life.
Well, probably not at this season.
Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, Lauren. Because the insecurities are so loud that even I'm uncomfortable. Porsha had insecurities. If you go back years back, where she was up against Candy, Nene, and Kenya, but she held her own. Hell, her and Cynthia went toe to toe. Y'all don't remember that? Do y'all not remember that? Let's continue.
I was excited for her, but then I saw this.
To be her own because she got so much going on, and it's all about K and K world. So she should be on her own.
I tell you what, I'm still stuck on the fact they compared oysters to vaginas. I've never heard that one.
You've never heard
People do that a
the
lot.
oysters being an aphrodisiac?
No, I know it's an aphrodisiac, but I ain't never heard of an oyster actually compared to an actual vagina. I've heard vaginas called clams, but I've never had clams.
See, I've never heard of
but I've had oysters. Yeah. And I don't know if oysters taste like vaginas because I've never put Tabasco on a vagina.
No.
You know what, sir? It has nothing to do. See, okay, Charlamagne, that's why you just sit back and learn and become a student because it has nothing to do with the hot sauce. That's all I'm gonna say. It has nothing to do with the hot sauce. Sir, now you sound stupid.
Oh,
now I need to eat an oyster without Tabasco to see if they taste the same.
What?
Some of them be a little fishy though. You know what I mean? I think that's
what vaginas.
Well, yeah, but oysters, some of them, they smell fishier than others. You know what I mean?
Bad. Baby, if an oyster is fishy, it's bad. I eat oysters all day, every day. Y'all see me on my Instagram. If I'm not going to do anything, I'm going to go get me some nice oysters and some champagne. I wouldn't dare eat a fishy oyster. That's a sign of decay. I ain't never smelled no fishy oyster and proceeded to eat it. That's a bad oyster. Let me see.
If it smell like cologne, leave it alone. If it smell like fish, eat all you wish. You told me that in the 90s. Okay.
I felt bad watching K. Michelle break down the way she did on this episode.
I felt bad.
That makes more sense now than it did in the 90s.
It definitely makes more sense now. Like cologne, leave it alone.
So yesterday, Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Look, let me pause. What y'all think about everything? Oh, it's been a lot. K. Michelle. Now, this is what I don't want to happen, Bravo. This is what I hope doesn't happen. I hope you don't leave with the attitude that people talking about this is good TV, because it's not. I hope you don't be like, well, they're talking, right? And now that we got them talking, this is good. This is good. No, it's not. It's bad in a really bad way. And I'm going to ask you to not make us suffer. Because I kind of feel like K Michelle is coming across as unstable. And people that's how you got yourself in that lawsuit with Britt Eady. Read the writing on the wall. K Michelle is the type that'll turn around and sue you for whatever plot that she perceives Bravo has against her. That's all I'm trying to say. What do y'all think? It's not good publicity. It's ill-fitted. It wasn't well thought through. That's all I'm trying to say. What it is? Give me one. Yeah, I just I've seen her shows, but I mean they're all right. It wasn't. I just don't think she's just not showing up. I mean, she's had her own shows, she's been on shows, but I would think with that amount of experience in reality television, you would be a little bit more up to par. That's just my thoughts around it. Listen, who am I? You would be a little bit more seasoned, up to par, ready to step in and hit go. And as a matter of fact, kind of come in and with the smoother introduction, because the rest of these ladies didn't have reality television experience. Porsha didn't have it. Cynthia didn't have it. Pinky didn't have it. Drew, none of them. They had to come in and learn. And they had some really tough seasons. You came in to the Real Housewives of Atlanta with previous experience. Why are you struggling? That's all. I am looking for this clip. Let me see what y'all are saying. Hold on. Deborah says she does come off as unstable, and I kind of see why she has problem connecting with other women. You just never know when she's gonna snap. It kind of reminds me of something that Destiny Payton said about Letitia Scott. She said, "You never know when she's gonna." And when women flip like that, especially those that keep saying, "I'm a whole married woman," because that is a common theme. K Michelle, that keeps coming out of your mouth. Married, I'm married, I'm married, I'm married. Put him on and make him want to marry me. All that, right? Letitia Scott, I'm married, I'm married, I'm married. Then why the fuck are you so miserable? If married is your claim to fame, why are you showing up like this? If that is a flex, what's up? Shouldn't we see something a little bit different? Shouldn't you present better? Shouldn't you be a cut above the rest? Shouldn't you be a little bit more polished, a little bit more forthcoming, patient, graceful, soft? I mean, is that not what a man do? Shantae's got a man at home. Is he not waiting on me? He waiting on me. I can't help it that your man ain't home. Your baby daddy cheating on you, beating on you. Shantae's got a man at home. I once was where you are. That's what you told Drew. Thought men are all the same, but I never gave up hope. And now my life has changed. Listen to me, girl, right? All that. Where they at? Why you showing up like this? Why you giving marriage a bad name? Ain't he supposed to be laying it down so good? You smiling from ear to ear. You wouldn't give a damn if glam was on set or not. You wouldn't give a damn if your oyster had a stench to it or not because your nigga like it. You wouldn't give a damn. Because Shantae got a man at home. While the rest of them are struggling. Ain't that what marriage supposed to do? Then why you out here mad? Wanting to argue with people. disrupting the set, being wrong, hood, and ghetto.
You wanna argue. You wanna argue. I can't argue with you. You mad. I can't argue with you. No. Look at you. Look at you. You mad. Look at you. You big man.